One state where planting has really picked up as of late is Iowa. Ag Day's Michelle Rook traveled there where farmers are working around the clock and making good progress on both corn and soybeans.
It was a cold start to the planting season here in Iowa, but with a break in the weather, farmers have been going full steam and progress is ahead of average. Minden, Iowa farmer Kevin Ross says April was cold with soil temperatures below 50 degrees, so he's still in the early stages of corn planting. He'd like to be further ahead, but is still within his normal planting window.
The last 2 years for me, I haven't started or planted hardly any corn until around May 10th. We've hammered it in pretty quick right after that, and that, warm temps and at that point you're guaranteed warm temps and that corn just pops right out and gets moving. So haven't felt like we've been very far behind with that.
With the cool soils, though, up until last week, Ross is actually farther ahead on soybean planting versus corn.
Tried to knock in a bunch of the beans, if not all of them, right away, and it's just turned out it's been working well for us from a yield standpoint.
In fact, he says they've been some of his best beans on his farm.
Last year we were in 60 to 70 bushel, which for us around here is really good. Year before that we were in the 70 to 80 range, which is exceptional for our area.
While it isn't showing up yet on the drought monitor, Ross says southwestern Iowa is still dry and could use some more rain.
I don't get worried about about drought too much in the April, May timeframe, but if we miss a lot of April, May rains, then all of a sudden I'm very concerned going into the June, July portion of the growing season. So we got to have something in the tank when we start hitting those the hit or miss times for us.
But he's not overly worried yet, since the last 2 seasons have been dry in his area and he turned out with above average yields.
Yeah, corn yields last year for us was the second best year that I had around here. We ended up in the mid 2s on almost everything. Just ended up with a really good corn yield, and like I said, bean yield wasn't disappointed at all either. So the last couple of years have been a couple of the best years yield wise that I've ever had. So hopefully we can keep that up.
And Ross will likely need it this year with narrower profit margins, especially as he elected to apply anhydrous last fall when fertilizer prices were higher.
I don't love doing it in the fall, but we did, and it's what we're dealing with this year. So I do feel like a lot more went on last fall. Conditions were right, and clearly we weren't the only ones in that same boat not wanting to pay that high price.
Plus, corn prices are lower than a year ago, which will also impact his bottom line. In Iowa, I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.